Good morning, students. The topic today which we are going to start, that is critical angle and total internal reflection. So now how we get this critical angle? First thing you can see here I have drawn three diagrams. Now we are going to discuss these three diagrams one by one. In first thing, when you are having angle I, we know that when incident ray is there, in case of moving from denser to rarer medium, reflection also occurs and refraction also occurs. So here we are having a simple diagram that when angle I is less than critical angle C, where C is the representation of critical angle, so that is refractive also ray is there, reflected ray is there, and incident ray you are having. Now when your critical angle, your angle of incidence become equal to the critical angle, this is what incident ray. At that point what happen? Reflection occurs, but the refracted ray make 90-degree angle with the normal. Refracted ray make 90-degree angle with the normal. Now when you increase this angle I such that angle I is greater than angle C, then there is no refraction, only reflection occurs, and this is what actually your total internal reflection. So what we are having, the angle of incidence in the denser medium corresponding to which the angle of refraction in the rarer medium is what? 90 degree. So angle is what? That is equal to 90 degree. Clear? So now the next part we are having here, relationship between critical angle and refractive index. But we know this mu a g relationship we have done, that is sin I upon sin r. Now we are talking about critical angle. So it means angle I is equal to angle C. And if angle I is equal to angle C, angle R is equal to what? 90 degree. Okay, we have done na that it make 90 degree refractive ray, make 90 degree angle with the normal. So here we are having sin R is equal to sin 90, which value is equal to 1. And this angle I is equal to angle C. So can I write it as that sin C upon sin 90? So when I am writing sin C upon sin 90, this become equal to mu ag is equal to sin C. And when we are writing the refractive index of glass with respect to air, here is air with respect to glass. We know this relationship. We have done that in previous parts. So here we are having cosecant C. Fine. Either you represent it as 1 upon sin C if you are writing mu ag, or you can write cosecant C. Now what are the factors affecting the critical angle? Two factors are there. Okay. As wavelength increase, critical angle will increase. Wavelength will increase, critical angle will increase. And temperature increases, critical angle again increases. As refractive index decreases, critical angle increases. So that's why, so here we are having two factors, dependence upon temperature and dependence upon what? Color of light. The next, now we are going to study about total internal reflection. See bacha, the same thing what we have done now in that three different cases. Now what we are going to having? Now we are going to have this topic together, all the three diagrams to study this. See, in first case, refraction is there, reflection is there when angle I is less than C. When angle I is equal to C, the refracted ray make 90 degree angle. And when angle I is greater than C, then there is only what? Total internal reflection. So when a ray of light traveling in a denser medium is incident at the surface of a medium, is incident at the surface of a rarer medium at the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, okay, for the pair of media, the ray is totally reflected back into the denser medium. No refraction occur at that time. The ray is totally reflective back into the denser medium. So here what we are getting? We are having total internal reflection.